Hi, welcome to First Pour Wine. I'm Nick.
And I'm Leanne.
And if you've noticed, we've had a slight set change and wardrobe change. That was the result of learning why you shouldn't ever shoot something like this on an ironing board, which we'll show you now. Cheers.
Oh shit! I caught the red almost.
And... oh.
No, you're fine.
No. And as you can see, that's why we're not doing that again. That's why we've changed. Now, for this episode, we've got two wines this time. One of them is from A.B.V, which is the heel of the boot of Italy, for those who aren't familiar.
And from Sicily, Regaleali, Nero
Nero.
Pronunciation me, not friends. But yeah, basically you have just like a darker red wine and should be juicy and relatively full.
And now this is a Neprica, which is not typically a type of Italian wine, but this bottle is a blend of 3 different grapes, one of which is Nero, which is a very dark, powerful, somewhat tannic grape that grows in Puglia. The other is my roommate Adam, entering from stage left. No, you're good, you can come in. And the other two are Zinfandel, which in this case is known as Primitivo, and Cabernet Sauvignon, which is something everyone's familiar with, one of the big 6. Now, let's give this one a shot. Now, this area of Italy is typically more on the poor side. There's not as much grape growth that occurs here. It's not as well known as, say, Piedmont, where you get a Barolo or Tormaresca, something of that nature. So, this is very purple, which is kind of a silly thing to say, but and it's a very interesting shade of purple. A little bit on the better. It's kind of dark and spicy and a little smoky.
My type. Wow, that has a lot of body to it.
It's got a very thick mouthfeel.
Lots of tannin.
And there's a ton of fruit in it too. It's very cranberry, very
cherry.
There's also a bit of plum.
Definitely a bit of tart.
There's also a lot of nice spice in there. I get a little bit like licorice going on. A little bit of clove as well.
Cloves is what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's a nice complicated kind of flavor.
Yeah.
So this is about $8. It's called Tormaresca. You can find it. Well, I know in Rochester, but you can probably find it in other places if you live around for it. It's a very interesting Italian blend. Definitely worth a shot. It'll go well with all sorts of meats, pastas.
Definitely matching heaviness with it would be good.
So
yeah.
We'll move on to Nero. So now this comes from Sicily. Now I have family from Sicily, and the Sicilian people are very lively people.
Does that mean they like to drink?
Well, that's just Italy, but
okay.
No, we like a good bottle of wine like everybody else, and Nero A.B.V is one of my favorites personally. I like this even better than Montepulciano de Abruzzo. So it's interesting to see what you think.
I don't know, that first one, definitely digging it.
Yes, Montepulciano is without a doubt one of the more delicious varietals that Italy has to offer. And it's worth noting, because I don't think we mentioned this last episode, that there's Montepulciano, which can refer to the grape or the region. In this case, we're talking about the grape when we talk about Montepulciano de Abruzzo. It's from Abruzzo. But in the case of, say, Vino de Montepulciano, that tends to come from, I believe, Tuscany. So it's not the Great Montepulciano, it's actually a blend of Sangiovese, a couple other grapes. So try not to get confused in the liquor store because Italy is famous for, is it the grape or the place?
Yeah. They're about the same color as the last one, actually.
It's a little bit lighter, but
Yeah.
it's right along the same lines.
That's true.
Let's see how it smells.
A bit more red.
Totally different.
Very
Smells
earthy.
volcanic almost, just like the island. But there's some fruit in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep, that is an extremely old world wine. It's got all of that earthiness and mushrooms and a little bit of almost like barnyardy.
Wicked rustic.
This is about as old world as you get. This is Europe in a glass.
Yeah. If you love rustic, yeah, definitely steer towards like the older world wines.
I know this is a little bit more old fashioned than I'm used to from this wine. Generally, it's a little more fruit forward, a little more big red fruits, a little more jammy typically. I mean, this has some jammy plum and prune, but
I feel like on the tongue you get the jamminess, but the finish is where you get that earthy rustic taste.
almost like bookends, the aroma and the savor of it. All right. So what do you think? Better?
Pretty good. I think that one wins
Yes.
out of all of Italy for me. But
very interesting wine. Definitely worth a try if you haven't had anything like it before. And I think that's all we have time for.
Yeah.
So, pending any more ironing board disasters, head over to our site at www.firstpourwine.com.
And yeah, feel free to check out on Twitter. First Pour Wine is, at First Pour Wine is how you can follow. And also on Facebook. Just search First Pour Wine and you should be able to find them.
Yep. All right, and leave us some comments. We'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching. Cheers.